everybody, welcome back to another quick clip. This is our 11th quick clip. That means we've been doing this and the newsletter for over 10 weeks, which is pretty incredible. And I'd love to hear from some of you who have either done the activities in the videos or if you used it as ideas to kind of make your own activities. I would just love to hear what you guys are doing. So for this week, obviously I wanted the theme or the activity to be something that you could do in your classes, because I know that Halton for sure and other Ontario schools are going back to class on Monday. So I thought this activity came to me because as drummers, people are often very annoyed by us drumming on everything, right? And I thought, well, here's a way that we can maybe take that into school so that kids are able to drum together without having to leave their desks, okay? So I've come up with a little system for you that obviously is always up to change if you have any that you want to add to it or something that makes sense for your class, or even better, ask the students to add to it. But I've come up with a system for writing music that you can play on your desk. So it's kind of like body music, but on a desk. So that's why I'm here in my kitchen, sitting at my kitchen table. So when we're with body percussion as well, we always want to have that kind of different range of sounds, the same kind of sounds that we would have in a drum set. So that leaves us with, to me, the most obvious of sounds, which would be a bass drum, which I'm using a fist, and then a snare, which I'm using open slap sound, right? Ooh! Right? So there you go. And those are like your two most basic sounds. But then above that, I can think of other sounds. I can think of the kind of can you imagine the sound, how cool it'd be if all your students were doing this on their desk at the same time? That'd be such a cool sound. And then we also, obviously, we have the clap, the classic clap. And then, I like this little move here. So I think it's up to you and your students on how you can use this to write some songs. But here's just one idea that I have that can at least get you started. In percussion, when we have these different kind of sounds and different ways, extended techniques that we hit a drum, we often use different note heads, different types of note heads, which I've talked about in other videos, not necessarily quick clips. So for me, a bass sound or a slap sound, those could just be regular note heads like this. And you can just put them on maybe different lines of the staff, having a bass sound obviously lower and a snare sound obviously higher. When it comes to this swishing sound, well, to me, that's a very continuous sound. So you can mark it in many ways. You could just use it as like a half note or a whole note, or you could also use our 2 dashes on the stem, which drummers use as our drum roll, right? To show that the double bounce twice as fast. So that's another idea for that sound. For stuff like this, you can change it up by making the square, or like a square or a triangle note head. And then for me at least, I always like to make the clap sound or the really sharp sound similar to like a cymbal. So I like to use X note heads for those sounds, so that it looks like that there. And then you can just write it like you would normal music, right? If you have a more advanced class of like older kids, you could write out a full like. Right? And if you have a younger class, then you could just write out something just using the cymbals, not necessarily showing rhythm or stems or beams or anything like that, just showing kind of like an order, like. Right? So there's a lot you can do with that. I would love to hear if your class writes let's call it desk percussion, right? If your class writes a desk percussion song, I would love to hear it. So please send it my way. And also, as always, if you want to commission a piece, because obviously I'm very skilled in writing for desk percussion, I just started today, then let me know and I'd love to write one for your class. All right, I will see you all next week with another quick clips. Good luck going back in class. Lots of positivity, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye.